Community Radio app from your Google Play or Apple Store. Bring Montgomery County's Community Radio with you anywhere with your smartphone or tablet. If you are in the Conroe area, tune in on FM. That's Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1. If you are on the computer, bookmark irlonestar.com as your internet radio station. A Lone Star Community Radio, broadcasting 24/7 from the heart of downtown Conroe, Texas.
What can the Better Living for Texans program do for you? You can learn how to increase your consumption of fruits and vegetables, choose foods that are relatively inexpensive and good to eat, make your food dollars last longer, prepare quick, nutritious meals, help your children learn how to eat healthier snacks, and much more. Our program is committed to helping people like you improve your health through providing research-based nutrition education in a friendly, cost-free, and relaxed environment. We are Texas A&M AgriLife Extension, helping Texans make their lives better.
Hispanic Chamber Connections with Dr. Carlos Sanchez, president of the Woodlands Conroe Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, featuring event announcements, member highlights, and more. Tuesdays at 1 p.m., broadcasting from the heart of Conroe, Texas on irlonestar.com and Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1.
You're listening to Lone Star Community Radio on 104.5 KCZW LP Conroe and 106.1 KZCC LP Conroe, and worldwide on irlonestar.com.
All right, good morning, Montgomery County, irlonestar.com. We're here live from the LSCR studios in downtown Conroe, Texas. Sean?
Dick,
how are you?
I'm okay. How are you doing this morning?
Doing good. We're here. It's Friday,
Woohoo!
July 6th. We had a couple guests coming in. Very excited. The Tudor station's going to come in. So that's going to be fun. And we have Kristen Bays, and I hope Sean has done his homework. And, yeah.
Did Sean watch Baby Driver before Kristen Bays' appearance today? Stay tuned to find out.
And today's show is brought to you by Conroe Coffee and Clean Sweep Office Cleaning. It's 9:32. Let's do some weather and traffic and then get on to the normal programming. Don't forget, we are on Facebook Live and YouTube Live. You can watch us. Isn't that creepy? All right. Traffic conditions happening in the Montgomery County area. Northbound, southbound. Everything's looking good, actually. If you're heading into Houston, everything's good until you hit I-10. Highway 69, you're good all the way through Livingston and also to Houston. East to westbound, I'm not seeing really any issues at all in the county. So traffic's looking good.
Do you think people took days off, since Wednesday was a holiday, they took Thursday and Friday off for the long
well, remember I was saying that, because a lot of people try to work around holidays, and that's why Thanksgiving's always it's a go-to. Everyone takes Friday off.
Right, but this is taking off Thursday and Friday.
That's why I think it confuses people. I think people go the extra mile and just take the whole week off. Because you're already there.
They could have, because your lack of traffic indicates
most days they have half days on Tuesdays.
Yes, they do, or at least get out of here early. 2, 3, 4 o'clock. Yeah, good point there.
But see, if we had employees here, I would never. You're not allowed to leave.
I know. I was wondering about the cot with the manacles.
So what the rules are here is you have to give up a loaf of bread, and then you can leave.
Give up a loaf of bread. What kind of bread?
It has to be a loaf.
A loaf?
Yeah.
Sliced loaf?
No, just a big loaf of bread. It has to be fresh.
And
they have to figure out how to get it delivered here so they can get out.
Well, doesn't Randall's and stuff, don't they deliver now? Or you got the Uber? Remember, you got the driverless Uber that can deliver your groceries?
I did see HEB delivers alcohol.
Okay, that's a lawsuit waiting to happen.
I did see that. But that's in Houston.
Okay.
But what's the weather like?
It's nice and cool right now, 78 degrees, but it's going to get up to 93. Had some more rains yesterday, cooled it down. But we're cool for a while here, literally and
what's the weekend like?
Weekend, okay, so today looks good for the next 24 hours. Sun shining till 9 a.m. tomorrow, but then Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, thunderstorms. Highs either 90 or 86, lows in the low 70s. So do be careful out there. You did see that some parts of Houston did flood. You got the cars trapped in there. The thing about these are cars that probably just got replaced from the last time. And actually, that's what happened with me, too. I had 2 cars like go in a row. So do be cautious. Turn around. Don't drown if the rains do get up there. But so far, so good.
I can imagine the cheesy PSA people would make. Turn around, don't drown. Message brought to you by the city of Houston.
Well, because, they have their cute little, they have click it, don't ticket. And
which makes sense.
Well, this is what's funny.
Don't text, don't drive, or something. Was it? Don't text and drive.
Yeah. Well, back when I was young, we had arrive alive, drive 55.
Did I ever tell you that the story? If I was in the car with my mother, and this was way back, I don't know when, and we're driving through the Woodlands, and like when you're entering northbound on the Woodlands, they have that sign: "So many killed in an accident." I don't know how long ago this was.
Along with a picture of an accident.
Well, a picture of accident, and the number. I don't know what the number was, but I go, "Well, that isn't that bad." And my mom looks at me, it's like, "What?" I was like, "Oh, it didn't seem that high."
There's like 2,237, man.
Oh, I was wrong. Clearly, But I do want to say we got some special guests today. We have, I hope I'm pronouncing this right, Jenna McCurry. She is with a new business called the Tutor Station. She tutors pre-K through 6th grade students in math, reading, and writing. And she has an awesome location on North Fraser Street. I want to call it a caboose. What makes a caboose?
The caboose is the last
car, right?
Uh-huh.
But couldn't you have several cabooses? Or is like when they make a caboose, do they make it where you can't attach anything to the end? I feel like they wouldn't waste materials like that.
Right. No, the caboose is technically a special kind. It's not like you have a long train and then the last freight car is the caboose. The caboose is a special car that's put at the end of some trains for where another engineer can be and
sleep.
Sleep.
So that's his car.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah, it's not for freight. Now, caboose can also hold like luggage if it's a passenger train, but it's a set aside.
Now, is it a special design car or is it just labeled on a train? Every last car is called a caboose.
No, because like I said, you can have like a freight train.
Yeah.
And the last car in a freight train isn't a caboose because it's not special designed for another purpose. It's all the same freight.
Oh, you got me interested.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about trains. Do they even still use them? I don't know.
Yeah, trains are big. I think a vast majority of U.S. goods are hauled by train. There's a decent percentage. I want to look that up too. And I don't know if Brett's listening, but I know this is information that he would typically have at his fingertips.
Okay. I'm trying to see when the last caboose was made or if they're still made. Well, anyway, we're going to have a Tutor Station in, so that's going to be a wonderful chat about this.
Maybe she knows about cabooses, or would that be Kabai?
Well, I mean, we can't be unfair. But we expect you to know everything about trains because your business is in a train.
Yeah, we can. We can do anything we want.
That's true. Other guest we have is returning soon-to-be judge-elect Kristen Bays.
Well, current judge-elect, soon-to-be judge.
Oh, come on. She's not a judge yet, folks.
But she will be.
And I liked how her law firm's called Bays and Bays.
Oh, yeah. Her husband, Randy.
I know. When I saw that, I was like, oh, that's kind of funny.
Bays squared.
So she's going to be back in the studio for a bit. So if you have any questions for her, we're on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and also you can call in at 936-647-3776. So look forward to that. That's coming our way. But right now we're going to do some headlines and what's going on around the world. And it is Friday, so anything going on this weekend we should be talking about. We have some live music updates. So I can go over that too.
Yeah.
So what else? What have you been up to?
5'6", but I'm oddly comfortable with that.
Yeah. Do you measure yourself every year?
No, I should. I'm probably shrunk a bit. I'm probably.
That's what I was wondering. I wonder
like
when that sets in, because when does that set in? Like when you're 80?
No, probably around my age. I'm sure I'm already in the shrinking.
Is that because your spine's bending?
Well, no, it's compressing too.
So the gravity's getting you.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
And the afro I had back in the 70s is long gone, and that added a good 3 inches to my height.
Gravity. So heavy.
It is. Gravity's heavy.
So
heavy gravity. Well, I am tickled pink that it is indeed Friday and getting ready for the weekend.
Yeah, why?
Just because it's Friday.
It's boring.
Although I pretty much work 7 days a week, so it's not like it's a weekend. But, the dumpster that's been out in our yard is being picked up.
Oh, are you serious?
Yeah, we've had it for almost a month.
You should just fill it with water just to piss them off.
Right. right?
No, I'm just kidding. Don't do that.
I won't.
Well, I want to understand this situation better.
Okay.
And I can't wait till someone has a diagram. I've been kind of following lightly the story for in Thailand, the schoolboys who were stuck in the cave with their teacher or
their coach. The coach.
And the more and more I read about it, the more I can't visualize what happened. Because they're basically saying that there's a chance they can't get out till October because of the monsoon season. So where are they? And why is there so much water between them and us?
Because after they went in, heavy rains happened, which flooded the typical exit routes.
Okay.
And
now when you say flooded, do you mean like all the way up to the ceiling kind of flooded, or do you mean...
Well, remember, these caves aren't all in a row.
Well, I'm trying to figure out, because caves can get crazy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So they got, I would presume they got lost, or the timing was just so horrible that the 1 hour they decided to go inside these caves.
You saw that yesterday. One of the United Kingdom Navy SEAL people died.
Yeah, a
trying to get
Thai national
to get back
from a lack of oxygen, and that kind of drives home the thing that this isn't just.
That's what. Maybe I go. Wait a second. Maybe I'm not understanding this whole cave business.
Yeah, it's kind of a scale. It's like, how the other day when I was, I think yesterday talking with Margie Taylor, and I heard that 1,000 people showed up at a first.
Hey, Jenna, outside. You can come in. You don't have to wait outside. We know it's hot.
The distinct advantages of having a loudspeaker outside the studio.
You can come on in.
Yeah,
don't
have
worry.
A seat over there. We'll give you the proper entrance when.
But no, that gives you an idea of how complex the issue is, because this guy. I mean,
yeah, it's the scale. Like I was starting to say, I had no idea that 1,000 people showed up for the first Thursday concerts. I hadn't been to one yet, and that really blew me away. The scale. I thought, maybe 50, 100, couple hundred people. So same thing with these caves. You think, okay, it's like your typical Death Valley, Carlsbad Caverns tour guide with ropes. No, this is something that'd be different levels. And as a result, someone has died. Now this is gonna sound horrible. Thankfully, it wasn't one of the children. This was a trained professional, but that shows a trained professional is the only one who is uniquely qualified.
I feel like there's horror movies about this. Are there horror movies about cave diving in water situations?
Well,
because cave diving can mean no water. Like you just go, right?
Spelunking is the official term.
We're talking about people going in water, and that sounds so creepy, man.
Well, yeah, people go swimming in giant caves.
How is that not scary?
It is. Because there's no light in there. Once the batteries die, once your AA's peter out, you got nothing. And good luck having.
So realistically, we're looking at in October. Like that's what from what I'm understanding about all the reports, these kids and this man have to wait until October.
I think this Navy SEALs passing is bringing into sharp relief how dangerous this is just to get them out. He was trying to relay oxygen to where they could, because right now the only option they look like they have is to scuba dive them out, and you got to be qualified to scuba dive for a reason. You can't just, it's not like the movies where you just throw on a mask and an aqua lung and fins go for it.
That's creepy.
So sending out warm fuzzies to them, because that is kind of horrible.
I can't wait. I want someone to make an infographic for me so I can understand.
Like a map of the cave.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure they've got to be out there. CNN or someone will have
because the more and more I hear about it, I'm like, how did this
graphic
even end up happening? Like, why are they this far into a cave?
Is
it just normal over there to go into caves?
Well, this cave, apparently, from what I read, there was this long-standing tradition where groups would go in and carve their name on the wall. And just like a maze, all it takes is one wrong turn or forgetting, did I go left or right?
Apparently, they haven't been doing it that long then. If they get lost that easy. I feel like there'd be a painted spike.
Well, again,
the caves have spikes, right?
Spikes?
Yeah, like every cave I've been into, they have the
stalagmites and stalactites.
Is that what that is?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Not all of them.
Is that what makes the diving so dangerous? Because you could hit this?
No, what makes diving dangerous is you're not supposed to go swimming in a cave.
You sure?
Well,
I feel like
technically it's indoor
I feel
swimming,
like there's a handful of people who are that insane.
Where there's deep water and absolutely no natural light ever.
I'm actually getting scared right now thinking of like being around that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is hardcore.
October.
Exactly. And so they got to figure out how they're going to get stuff to them. I mean, they've been keeping it alive, able to drink the water, coming off the walls. But that's it. There's been no food. I'm sure they're, whatever they had on them for that little hour trip into the caves.
Ridley Scott is going to make a movie about it.
Right. Didn't he do Deepwater Horizon?
No. That was Mark Wahlberg and some other producer. He's made several movies with them.
Okay. It wasn't Scott, though. But yeah, one day this will be, in the 70s, it would have been a TV movie. ABC movie of the week. The Jessica story. Down a well.
That's still crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But, we got to take a break.
Okay.
Enough cave talk. We'll update you as the cave keeps being explored. But we'll be back. We got a sponsored break. And then don't forget, 10 o'clock, we got a tutor in the studio. So hopefully she can teach me something.
About the difference between stalagmites and stalactites?
Yeah, and cabooses.
Goodbye.
Is it Kabai?
I don't know. I just made that one up.
See, I believe you too much now.
I know.
We'll be back. You're listening to Mornings with Lone Star.
Conroe Coffee is a local coffee shop located in the heart of downtown Conroe at 206 North Main Street, Conroe, Texas. Conroe Coffee serves breakfast, lunch, and dinner, along with other treats and coffee. For more information regarding store hours and delivery in downtown Conroe, Conroe Coffee is on Facebook or by telephone at 936-266-7632.
We would like to thank Conroe Coffee for being a supporter of Lone Star Community Radio and our morning sponsor with Mornings with Lone Star.
Lone Star Community Radio is Montgomery County's radio station with talk, music, weather, and traffic for Montgomery County. Have a question, comment about one of our shows? Want to know how to reach a host? Just contact the station on irlonestar.com or call in and leave a message at 936-647-3776. Get involved with your community with Lone Star Community Radio.
Business office cleaning is available in the Montgomery County area from Clean Sweep Office Cleaning, with scheduled cleaning services such as floor care, window care, trash collection, restroom disinfection, and stair and elevator cleaning. Clean Sweep can service a business one time or on a regular schedule, with daily, weekly, and monthly options. Clean Sweep Office Cleaning can be found online at cleansweepofficecleaning.com or by calling 832-689-7996. Clean Sweep Office Cleaning. Take back your time and let us make your office shine. Mornings with Lone Star is sponsored by Clean Sweep Office Cleaning.
The Texas A&M AgriLife Extension Service has been dedicated to educating Texans for over a century. In 1915, the Extension Program was established under the federal Smith-Lever Act to deliver university knowledge and agricultural research findings directly to the people. Ever since, AgriLife Extension programs have addressed the emerging issues of the day, serving diverse populations across the state. Texans turn to Extension for solutions in horticulture, agriculture, 4-H and youth, and family and consumer sciences. Extension agents respond not only with answers, but also with resources and services that result in significant returns on investment to boost the economy. Join us Fridays at 1 o'clock for the AgriLife Extension Hour.
All right, welcome back. 9:48 Mornings with Lone Star. irlonestar.com. Hanging out in the studio, downtown Conroe. We're going to have Gina in the studio, right?
Yeah. You got it, yes.
I know.
I'm so proud of you. Scooby Snack, here you go.
Thank you. We got a lot to talk about, though, today. Do we? I don't really know. I always say I feel like that's the normal puff piece we got. It's like, we got so much to do today.
Much to
so
talk
little
about.
time, but then,
No, okay, if you're watching us on Facebook or YouTube, I'm holding up my official Mornings with Lone Star headline sheet here to talk about. So there we go.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're talking about international. So we had the caves.
The caves.
Something else happened. This is funny. It's funny to me. So Secretary of State Mike Pompeo.
Okay. Man, that's a good last name.
Pompeo?
Yeah.
Pompeo.
So, what about this guy?
Well, he had delivered to our favorite whack job, Kim Jong-un, a copy of an Elton John CD that has Rocket Man on it as a gift from
I don't
Trump.
believe that. I don't believe that.
No, this is verified by UPI and CNN.
I still don't believe it.
That is a gift from Trump. Trump wanted Pompeo to deliver to Un the song.
Well, what
Rocket
are the
Man.
chances of this guy not understanding his joke?
I know. I think it gets it because don't forget.
I mean, more of like he probably doesn't know what Rocket Man is.
That's why that predicated the gift is.
Well, now he's got to discover Elton John.
Well, here's the thing. He loves blues music. Un and Dennis Rodman. They've been hanging out, and according to Rodman, there's some like 80s music that Un just loves. So, and I think it's part of the ongoing plan to just westernize him. I saw the same thing happening.
Is this guy
in
like
Japan.
the Bella of the Ball? Do you think? You think he just soaks it all up?
Oh, absolutely.
I guess I would too.
And I mean, there's a lot of craziness going on. I don't know if half of it's crazy and half of it's crazy like a fox, because it did give a whack job, in my humble opinion, the world stage. It legitimized him by going on a one-on-one Twitter war with the president of the United States of America. However, if nothing else has happened, I know Facebook is blowing up, oh, look, no, he's not denuclearizing, anything like that. If nothing else, we've had the remains from U.S. servicemen returned after 50, 60 years. Finally made it home. So if nothing else about all of this, who cares who calls someone else a different name or whose button is bigger, anything like that. We got some missing MIA and KIA remains returned home where they needed to be. So I personally think our favorite whack job is going to be jamming out to Rocket Man and all kinds of Elton John songs.
All right.
Island Girls, Philadelphia Freedom. I think about
Saturday.
Saturday Night's All Right for Fighting, even though they spelled all right wrong.
Yeah. We'll get the tutor lady on here.
Yeah, right. I think she's not going to get in like a grammar agreement thing here. Like, all right is always two words with two L's.
So I saw a headline that I found, kind of a local headline, not here, but it's over, I believe, in the Oakland area. But it was Tupac's murder. Police are close to making an arrest.
After what, 38
yeah,
years?
That's why I was kind of like, I wonder how often that happens.
What
like,
part?
Well, like something that goes on for 30 years, and they're like, oh, hey, we're really close. Because at what point do you just go, yeah, we're still working on it, but if
we've inched closer, going by like a centimeter every 3 years. When was Tupac murdered?
I don't know. I just thought it was funny that the people are still trying to figure this out.
Well, yeah, because it's the headlineable thing. Hold on, look this up. When was Tupac slain?
Slain?
It was I don't want dead air here. First one.
September 13th. 1996.
96.
Yeah.
So 22 years.
Yeah.
I was closer when my joke of 38 than what normally would be.
Wow. I thought that was kind of strange.
Okay. Well, I hope they catch the bad person and the bad person is actually still alive and not dead of old age.
Oh, it can't be that old.
Because I'll be sleeping easier knowing that Tupac's killer is behind bars.
You think so?
Yeah. I'll feel safe. Because, that way I'm free to pursue my own budding rap career.
Okay.
Yeah. The grammar rap. Where it includes all 13 punctuations.
I don't know what you're talking about.
There are 13 punctuations.
You sure?
Yes.
I feel like there's more to discover.
You can't
just seal
You can make up a semi-demicolon, maybe.
You can't just seal the deal right there.
Can too. You're not the boss of me.
Funny.
Hey, so we were talking yesterday about, the prequels to Star Wars.
Oh, yeah. We can always talk about Star Wars if you want to talk about how crappy it is.
Well, here's the thing. Because we said that in the prequels, you can't name me a single quote from it. Like a word-for-word quote.
Oh, sand.
Right?
It's so coarse. It's everywhere.
But we do know what started the whole thing off, right? It was a trade war. Remember? When the opening crawl happened, it's like, there's a period of a trade war. It's like, really?
The Trade Federation.
But
what do they do?
Yeah, but
right?
Here's the cool thing. We've started our own trade war today, here now. Today, $34 billion in tariffs go into effect between
So
China.
Are you trying to say Star Wars is racist?
I don't know. I'm trying to say that maybe something exciting will come out of this. If we can start off with a trade war with
So are you saying
Anakin.
Donald Trump is a Sith Lord?
Or is he the who is the
Qui-Gon
the
Jinn?
senator? No, the senator.
Palpatine.
Oh yeah, it is Palpatine, isn't it?
Yeah.
Who knows? But yeah, so we actually have a trade war starting off today. Interesting to keep keep eyes on the headlines and the stock market, see what happens.
Who's Princess Amidala? Now we have to fill out the whole roles. You realize you started something from my head. I'm like, all right, so now we have to associate people.
Oh,
with
that
people.
would be Nikki Haley.
She's the UN?
Yeah.
But she's not getting blockaded, though.
But no, she's an ambassador, though. I'm on a diplomatic mission from Alderaan. See? There you go.
That's episode 4. You can't skip.
So we got to start at the beginning?
Yeah, that's where you started with the trade war stuff, so you got to go that way.
Okay, hold on. So who's Jar Jar?
Oh.
Did you hear about the poor guy playing?
Can Donald Trump be Jar Jar too?
Well, I don't know. Did you hear about Ahmad? What's his name? The guy that played Jar Jar? He actually came out saying that he seriously contemplated suicide because of the merciless.
You know what's strange about
got.
that, though? Okay, so understand this concept of the movie business, because you kind of understand the concept. How does a person whose name wasn't really even associated with the made up character, the character he played was CGI,
mm-hmm.
and he made a voice like Roger Rabbit voice,
mm-hmm.
so you couldn't tell it was really him. If you met him at a restaurant, what are the chances of knowing that's Jar Jar Binks?
Those who would care enough,
but I mean, like,
are crazy enough to know.
Yeah, but I don't think it's enough. Where it was like, at least once a time you go out every day, like, you suck, kill yourself.
Dick, I got to be honest. In my novel,
because I know people hate Jar Jar Binks. I know that.
Oh yeah, he was an idiot. But in my novel,
no, you didn't hear the theory.
Yeah, he meant to do it.
He's a Sith Lord.
Yeah,
he's the actual Sith Lord. I think that's my favorite theory about.
I don't think the Sith are that creative. But no, I got death threats for killing off a character in my novel from people who sounded pretty darn serious.
Well, that's when you do a public statement saying, "Did I?"
Well, no, I did. I said I did.
Did I?
My own publisher, when the book was in Galaxy, called me saying, "Wait, he's coming back, right?" I'm like, "No, he's dead." It's the whole point.
No, you're not doing it right. You're not part of the social media world. You gotta say, "Did I?" ? And let that float for a year or two. And people are like, "Is he coming back? Is he not coming back?"
I see how to say it.
And then you Jacob Ladder everybody, and everyone's like, "Oh man, it was all a dream. I can't believe he's actually dead the whole time."
Well, you say Jacob's Ladder. I think season 8 of Dallas.
Yeah. People love that stuff.
Bobby's in the shower.
That's why I really can't wait to see the new Roseanne. Because if you remember how much flack Roseanne show got back when it ended,
mm-hmm.
For the first time. So now I wonder how because that was pretty bizarre how it ended. Would you agree with that?
Yeah. The original Roseanne.
Yeah, where she said
it's a show within a show within a show.
Where John Goodman's character actually died like years before, and she's been writing as a memoir kind of thing.
But then even changing the characters.
Yeah. No, I think it's great. I think they should do something very similar.
Oh, it's already 9:58.
So
we're all over that. We haven't gotten to local.
Well,
and national stuff
guys,
yet.
if you want to give us your official list of who plays Star Wars characters in today's political,
but it's got to be prequel apparently.
Yeah, it has to start with the Well, you started with the trade war.
We
started a trade war today. It's got to start with then. So who's drinking the milk from the monster's breasts? Who's going to be doing that?
But no, that's down the line. That's not a prequel.
We can still jump ahead.
Well, then I'm still
trying to figure out why that happened in that movie. Like, there was literally no point to that.
I know.
I thought it was going to work in somewhere. Like, that's how he feeds.
Just imagine being Mark Hamill. You want me to do what with what?
Well, I just can't get over that. I was like, I was really hoping it would come back. I was like, why do we show these cool monsters? Why are we showing us this? And that's all like, what?
Yeah, I'm with you, buddy. I am with you.
Maybe someone has like a fetish or something. That's like,
I would not put that past
the Star Wars people.
No. 9:59 on the dot. Let's go to break. And when we come back, we're going to have Gina, the tutorer.
Yeah, perfect way to segue. Perfect. We'll be right back.
Business office cleaning is available in the Montgomery County area from Clean Sweep Office Cleaning. With scheduled cleaning services such as floor care, window care, trash collection, restroom disinfection, and stair and elevator cleaning, Clean Sweep can service a business one time or on a regular schedule with daily, weekly, and monthly options. Clean Sweep Office Cleaning can be found online at cleansweepofficecleaning.com or by calling 832-689-7996. Clean Sweep Office Cleaning. Take back your time and let us make your office shine. Mornings with Lone Star is sponsored by Clean Sweep Office Cleaning. You are listening to Lone Star Community Radio on 104.5 KCZW LP Conroe and 106.1 KZCC LP Conroe, and worldwide on irlonestar.com. Business office cleaning is available in the Montgomery County area from Clean Sweep Office Cleaning, with scheduled cleaning services such as floor care, window care, trash collection, restroom disinfection, and stair and elevator cleaning. Clean Sweep can service a business one time or on a regular schedule, with daily, weekly, and monthly options. Clean Sweep Office Cleaning can be found online at cleansweepofficecleaning.com or by calling 832-689-7996. Clean Sweep Office Cleaning. Take back your time and let us make your office shine. Mornings with Lone Star is sponsored by Clean Sweep Office Cleaning.
Conroe Coffee is a local coffee shop located in the heart of downtown Conroe at 206 North Main Street, Conroe, Texas. Conroe Coffee serves breakfast, lunch, and dinner, along with other treats and coffee. For more information regarding store hours and delivery in downtown Conroe, Conroe Coffee is on Facebook or by telephone at 936-266-7632.
We would like to thank Conroe Coffee for being a supporter of Lone Star Community Radio and our morning sponsor with Mornings with Lone Star.
From the beginning, the main purpose of the Cooperative Extension Service has been to change human behavior by teaching people how to apply the results of scientific research. By utilizing a holistic, multi-level approach, Extension family and community health programs encourage health and well-being for everyone. Addressing values, concerns, and needs with reliable science-based information, Extension programs help people lead healthier lives. We are Texas A&M AgriLife Extension, helping Texans make their lives better.
A Lone Star Community Radio is Montgomery County's radio station with talk, music, weather, and traffic for Montgomery County. Have a question or comment about one of our shows? Want to know how to reach a host? Just contact the station at irlonestar.com or call in and leave a message at 936-647-3776. Get involved with your community with the Lone Star Community Radio.
Conroe Coffee is a local coffee shop located in the heart of downtown Conroe at 206 North Main Street, Conroe, Texas. Conroe Coffee serves breakfast, lunch, and dinner, along with other treats and coffee. For more information regarding store hours and delivery in downtown Conroe, Conroe Coffee is on Facebook or by telephone at 936-266-7632.
We would like to thank Conroe Coffee for being a supporter of Lone Star Community Radio and our morning sponsor with Mornings with Lone Star.
Hello, welcome back to Mornings with Lone Star, Dick and Skippy. I'm the aforementioned Skippy. The wooer is Dick. Woo. Dick woos. It is 10:03 on the dot. Mornings with Lone Star. We are happily and gladly sponsored by Conroe Coffee and Clean Sweep Office Cleaning. Thank you so much. Already 80 degrees. Going to go up another 13 degrees to a high of 93. And the official Lone Star weather tree outside my window lets me know that winds are coming out of the east 5 miles an hour. 10% chance of rain all day, all night. Tomorrow, it's going to get funky. So wear your brolly and your galoshes.
I don't know what that is. You're the one that leaves the state of Texas. I don't.
I'm going to take you. We're going to cross the border one day.
No.
This thing going to put one toe over into New Mexico.
I'm not going to Louisiana.
Dude, my third honeymoon. I told you my third.
I'll go to New Mexico. I've been thinking about New Mexico because they have a lot of spicy food there.
Oh, they do. In fact, there's this restaurant in Albuquerque called Monroe's, and I know the owners. And they have this chili that's just, oh my God. I actually get it like special delivered.
My mother just got back from New Mexico. She brought me some dried chilies so that I can make some stuff.
Are you going to do that chili spicy thing you were going to do? You know, like the contest where you can eat each.
I want to do that.
Are you going to get that Dorito chip? The single.
Oh yeah, they're sold out. They keep selling out of that stuff.
Do I need to get one for you?
You can try. I just said they keep selling out of them. Well, you got to check like 4 times a year because they only make them so many. They only make so many.
I'm the guy that'll check 4 times a day for you, Dick.
Okay.
I would.
Have you heard of this?
No.
Okay. Well, let's introduce who we're talking about. The strange voice on the radio. We added a woman to the Gina.
That's right. Gina. That's right.
McCurry.
Yes.
Okay.
I also work on phonics.
Well, it's funny. I did take phonics classes for like 3 years because I might not look it, but I didn't really understand a lot of things when I was younger. So, but you were with Tutor Station, so we'll talk about that. But what were we talking about before we introduced her? What was I asking?
The spicy Dorito chip.
Yeah, have you heard of this? The ghost chip?
No.
Like you purchase, it's a corn chip
Right.
mixed with the hottest pepper spices. And it's a challenge. You just eat the one chip.
Oh, that's a challenge I will not take.
Really? You don't like spicy things?
Oh, my mouth can't handle it.
They're spicy and then there's masochistic.
Yeah. One time I had to do a habanero with chewing cinnamon Altoids, and that's kind of a dare. Yeah, that didn't work out.
Meanwhile, Gina's going, well, I know why I got an education. It's too late for some, but you can save the next generation.
Are you a retired teacher, correct?
Retired.
Yes. Retired. So
kind of Garth Brooks.
Kids do stupid stuff. It's to like eat cinnamon Altoids and chew on habanero peppers. Like that's normal, right?
Well, when we were kids, it was just our natural environment. We played on playgrounds made with metal and with leaded paint.
Did you stick your tongue on a frozen pole kind of thing?
Not in Texas.
I will neither confirm nor deny that I ever tried that.
Because I feel like that really happens.
It does.
Okay.
But
I feel like that.
Not really to me.
Well, not here. Nothing ever bad happens here. No, I was kidding. But no, yeah. So the ghost chip, I think I'm going to look that up real quick.
So while Dick looks that up, Gina.
Yeah.
Welcome to Mornings with Lone Star.
Thank you.
That door you're eyeing nervously, that is the exit, but you can't leave yet.
Uh-oh.
So talk to us about the Toot station here.
Yes.
And I'm saying T-U-T-O-R. I'm enunciating the word Toot so no one thinks I'm saying tutor. Because Dick giggles when he hears words like that.
No, I'm looking for this chip, man.
Okay. Dick's looking for So talk to us about the Toot station here.
Yes. I am starting tutoring for children in the Red Caboose here in Conroe, which is a landmark that everybody knows about. And I'm working with kids from pre-K through 6th grade right now in reading, math, writing, anything that they need help with. And then I'm a tutor after school during the school year as well.
Awesome. Now, is part of this like to help them? I know my daughter, she just graduated 10th grade or successfully, but there was is it STAR tax? What is it nowadays? STAR that her English didn't do too well. And so she went to a week's worth of tutoring boot camp to retake it. So does that help with kids with the standardized testing, or is this just curriculum in general?
It's general in a lot of ways. I mean, there could be kids that really need some help as far as reteaching maybe what they had this previous year. Maybe it's just to give them a little boost for the summer, because a lot of kids lose a lot of learning over the summer. So it's to give them a little help before they start the next school year, give them a little boost. And a little bit of enrichment. And so, but I want to make it fun. I want to make it interactive, and I want to make it something that the kids really enjoy coming to. And that's hence the Caboose. And so, of course, one child was very disappointed because it didn't go anywhere when he was there.
I can see that.
Well, that's what you told him. It goes in your mind.
Yes.
He
was ready.
He's ready for the, what's her name in the magic school bus to just have a Caboose. So apparently, you've re-retired,
yes,
and unretired. So we were talking about the Garth Brooks retirement motif here. Obviously, you were a teacher, so talk to us about like your experience there.
Yes, I've taught in the state of Texas for 30 years in public schools.
Whoa!
5 different school districts in the state of Texas, and 2 private schools, and so total of 33 years. So
wow.
Yeah, so I retired from public school and taught in private school for 3 years. So hence the 33 years. So I just still feel like I have a lot left that I want to help, and I want to give back to the community. And Conroe is lacking in tutoring services. So I wanted to be able to give them something that is affordable, it's fun and interactive, and the kids have a good time.
Awesome. Well, I have 2 questions. One's kind of an easy one, and one's a little bit more hardcore. So which one do you want first?
I don't know.
Well, we have a user question.
Oh, great. Awesome.
So our watcher Dennis wants to know what subject you tutor most, math, English, or there's one that...
It seems to be that reading is the one that's needed the most.
Now, is it like speed reading, or is it more of just comprehensive?
It's comprehension, fluency, sight words, decoding, just the different types of things that you need in order to become a good reader.
Okay.
There you go. See, with me, it was always math. I'm completely right brain.
It's always been everything with me. I was really good at building stuff.
Yeah, what's the age limit? Because Dick shows up, could he be
Well,
tutored
no,
or
that's,
would
no,
restraining
that's
orders
my
be filed?
ongoing joke with my fiance. I was like, when we have our children, I'm definitely going to enroll in school with them. And like, I wonder what the school would do. Like, hey, I'll pay for a book too. And so what I'm doing, so I could teach myself to actually pay attention and figure this out, because I'm probably going to steal their book and try to do it.
Well, I had to break down to my daughter not too long ago when she's showing me these algebra problems. I said, honey, I got to be honest with you. I'm about to become 53 years old. And once again, another year has passed where I have never, ever used algebra in the real world. Or have I?
Oh, you could have.
Yeah. I thought it was,
didn't know it.
I thought it was more critical thinking.
Well,
that's what that taught me.
You're also talking to a man who's never won a game of chess in his life. So,
It's a lot of problem solving, a lot of critical thinking skills, a lot of higher order thinking skills.
This explains why we got so hosed in that escape room.
Well, I also hit my head.
Well,
really
there was
hard.
that. Yeah, you did.
That really hurt.
See, if you'd taken algebra, man, you wouldn't hit your head.
Yeah,
if you'd taken geometry, you would have known to
step, like to squeeze
ride the
in.
sine wave underneath the. Okay, so one question we have is define a caboose for Dick here, because.
Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, so
because it is a caboose, right?
It is
the Tutor station is like literally a caboose.
It's a 1963 caboose. We're trying to find some research to find out exactly what line it was on.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
And maybe where it went, what's the history behind it.
That is cool.
If anybody knows anything, that would be something that I'd really like to
miss this thing.
No.
There's one up on
if you go down Fraser northbound,
right.
And there's literally a caboose to your right.
The kids love to come in and go to the lookout and see what it was all about. But that's where they would have bunks, or they'd have rest time for the crewmen and for anyone working on the caboose. And then they would watch the freight. So there's even a little place where they used to have a seat where they could see the front and the back and watch for anything on the rails so that they can get ready for it. So it's really interesting, but it's really fun. It's been really fun to
decorate. Does it have AC?
Yes, it does.
Okay, I don't know what the condition is.
Yeah, or
well, let's talk about that.
Child Protective Services would pop up.
So you were talking about for the summer being kind of the idea of doing the tutoring. Now, is this something that's going to be year round?
Yes.
And then it's after school, before school. What are the times that my child can come and get tutored?
When you have one?
Yeah, well, I mean, I might have one.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, we're unsure about that.
Let's be hypothetical, all right? I say I have a kid, and I want.
Ollie, are you listening?
And I don't want to spend the time tutoring them because I'm a horrible father, but I have money, so I can pay you to do it. So when can I take when this horrible father can drop off their kid?
Oh my goodness. I am so comfortable around y'all because I've taught first grade for so long, and it just feels like I'm back in a first grade.
Well, there we go.
That's why dogs and babies love me so much. My alpha waves are right on their level.
The conversations just split from one thing to another so quickly.
Squirrel.
But no, really, when are you available for tutoring?
Right. During the school year, I want to be available from 3:00 until at least about 7:00, so that I can make it more advantageous for parents, if they have after school activities. And so if there's homework help, or if there's test preparation, or if there's some reteach or just some enrichment, then I want to be available for them for that all through the school year.
Okay.
And ladies and gents, we are talking about a lady here who's got 33 years of teaching experience. So obviously beyond the caboose, the physical caboose, what separates the tutor station from, you see on Craigslist and everywhere, tutor. So obviously you bring some experience there and you have a caboose, but what else separates you from the others?
I would just say that my passion is one. My passion for seeing kids learn. I really like watching the light bulbs come on. It's like, oh, I get it. And my whole goal is to support whatever school district they are in, to support whatever learning they are having at that time, and to give like a comfort net there so that I'm not redoing anything that they're learning at school. I want to be able just to give them enough to where they are successful and they reach their full potential.
That's cool. So now time for it kind of leads into my hardcore question here.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so I ran for president last time and tied for third, a distant third.
That joke never gets old.
No, right? You never know.
Well,
but
I learn something new every day.
Well, let's say in 2020, you never know. I only lost one more state than Mondale lost. That's all I'm saying. And I need a secretary of education. I believe if I, find an expert in that field. So what, if anything, a lot of people complain about the U.S. education system. I grew up outside of it myself. So obviously you got the experience. What, if anything's wrong with the education system, and how would you fix it? As a teacher who's been in the trenches for decades.
She's not allowed to answer those questions. You know that, right?
Huh? No, how would you make it better? Because I'm sure she puts it into her training. She said passion earlier.
True. It's a safe question. If you don't want to answer, you don't have to.
Yeah. I'm not trying to get political or anything. I'm just, obviously know what works and what doesn't.
I guess what I see is there's limitations as far as for classroom teachers. There are so many children that they have in a classroom.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And some of the special services that we have that we can offer them, reaches the ones that need it the most. So there's always a group that might not get the services they need, but they just need another little boost to get to that next level. So I would say just having more resources available for classroom teachers, more aides, more personnel in order to offer those services so that all children that need it can receive it.
Awesome. See,
is that okay?
You couldn't give a wrong answer if you wanted to because you've been there. My philosophy is to surround myself by people way smarter than me who are experts in their fields to find out what if, and that's why I was saying, if anything is broken, I don't even know if it's broken or not. But great answer. Dick, do you concur?
Well, I'm trying to convince Holly we just ship off the kid. So I don't have to worry about it.
Like my school in England would.
Yeah, you just ship them off.
Yeah,
right.
See you,
I'll send them birthday cards. $5 or birthday.
Harry Potter's fiction, right? They're not going to come back as wizards.
Oh man,
sorry, man.
Bursted his bubble.
I know, right? So people want to obviously bring their kids to you now. How do they get in touch with you? Phone number, website, Facebook
yes,
page?
I do. I have a Facebook page. They can find it at Tutor Station, or they can call me at 936-537-3503. And I also have an email that's tutorstation1616@gmail.com. And I would be happy to speak with them and schedule a pre-assessment. And then we can go from there and see what we need to do to help them.
Awesome. Well, this is Gina McCurry here that we've been talking to with Tutor Station. Great information here. So she's available in a caboose. So, no, seriously, your kids need all the draws they can. Right. I don't want to go to the stupid house. You want to go to the caboose? Oh, yeah. We want to go now. We want to go play with a horn or whatever is in a caboose. I don't know.
Wait, is there a horn?
Not that I have found.
See, you should have said, find out.
Come see.
Yeah, see? But if there were a horn, we'd be there, right?
Well, I mean, you could hear it.
Yeah.
And so, I get drawn to it. I get drawn to horns.
Well, I have an air horn in my glove box. We'll pretend. But so you can email. Well, we're going to podcast this. So do look this out. But call her Tutor Station, Gina McCurry at 936-537-3503, or hit her up on Tutor Station. That's TUTOR 1616@gmail.com. Gina, thanks so much for hanging out with us and trying to educate us best you can here.
I want you to work on that rap conjunction junction.
The conjunction junction rap. Yeah,
I remember that one.
That's what we need to bring back, honestly.
Schoolhouse Rock. Does he even know about that?
Yes,
I know about it.
Okay.
Do you think I learned anything though? Come on.
Well, actually, my theater actually put on Schoolhouse Rock live a few years ago, and the kids ate it up.
Yeah.
Who was the bill?
Milo Michelle was the bill.
Okay, you probably just made that up.
You're
listening to Mornings to Lone Star, irlonestar.com. We're going to take a quick break here, so we'll be right back.
Thanks, guys.
Don't forget to download the Lone Star Community Radio app from your Google Play or Apple Store. Bring Montgomery County's community radio with you anywhere with your smartphone or tablet. If you are in the Conroe area, tune in on FM. That's Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1. If you are on the computer, bookmark irlonestar.com as your internet radio station. A Lone Star Community Radio, broadcasting 24/7 from the heart of downtown Conroe, Texas.
An estimated 1 in 10 births will result in a neonatal intensive care stay, also known as the NICU. Overnight, a family can find themselves and their newborn baby in a critical situation. The Mila Foundation financially and spiritually assists families in need. If you would like to volunteer or become a monthly sponsor, please visit us at www.themilafoundation.org. Again, that's www.themilafoundation.org, because every life matters.
Business office cleaning is available in the Montgomery County area from Clean Sweep Office Cleaning, with scheduled cleaning services such as floor care, window care, trash collection, restroom disinfection, and stair and elevator cleaning. Clean Sweep can service a business one time or on a regular schedule with daily, weekly, and monthly options. Clean Sweep Office Cleaning can be found online at cleansweepofficecleaning.com or by calling 832-689-7996. Clean Sweep Office Cleaning. Take back your time and let us make your office shine. Mornings with Lone Star is sponsored by Clean Sweep Office Cleaning.
For those of you who like your partners, your gumbo, and your music salty, well, we're here to help with the music. Julian Shea here, host of Lone Star Country Nights Thursday, your weekly dose of roots and Americana and all the music that makes this part of the country special. We stir in Western swing, honky-tonk, Zydeco, Texas blues, outlaw country, and put a pinch of red dirt, and then we smoke it over a slow fire. Then listen to the results Thursday nights on Conroe's 104.5 and 106.1 and worldwide at irlonestar.com.
Conroe Coffee is a local coffee shop located in the heart of downtown Conroe at 206 North Main Street, Conroe, Texas. Conroe Coffee serves breakfast, lunch, and dinner, along with other treats and coffee. For more information regarding store hours and delivery in downtown Conroe, Conroe Coffee is on Facebook or by telephone at 936-266-7632.
We would like to thank Conroe Coffee for being a supporter of Lone Star Community Radio and our morning sponsor with Mornings with Lone Star. Welcome back. Yeah. 1023 Lone Star Community Radio, Mornings Lone Star, broadcasting from the LSCR studios in downtown Conroe, Texas, on Facebook Live, YouTube Live. Thank you to the Tutor Station stopping by, letting us know their services are available. You have a cool poster thing.
I do.
That has more info on it. So read that. Like, what time
Tutor
she open?
Station. Okay, she's in the Little Red Caboose at 1616 North Fraser Street in Conroe. Right now, opening June 18th. So they're open from 9 to, as it got classes from 9 to 10, 10 to 11, so forth and so on until 4 p.m. Pick a day, pick a time. You can review, reteach, enrich private or small groups from 2 to 3 students up for the same group, and closed on holidays. But there's a fall schedule starting daily from 3 to 7 p.m. You get discounts. This is great. You can keep the kids happy. You know, we kind of made fun of in England, I only got like 2 weeks off for summer, but I couldn't, we forgot nothing. And here in America, you get 3 months off. People forget. So call 936-537-3503 or go to hit her up on tutorstation1616gmail.com or just look her up on Facebook. That was Gina McCurry. And if she's listening still, just let you know that Dick is snickering every time we say the word tutor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. But now we have Kristen Bays.
We have Kristen Bays in the Judge-elect. That very good.
All right. I'm afraid.
I'm learning him.
He corrects me every single time. Can you just get in there already so I don't have to keep messing it up?
He's like, the soon-to-be Judge-elect. I'm like, no, she is the Judge-elect, soon-to-be judge.
5 months, 27 days of putting up with that. And then you can go to a big...
Then can I just go, hold on. Does everybody have to call you judge, or is that only in the courtroom?
Everybody has to call me judge.
Yeah, it's in the
always.
rule book.
I'm just curious. Like, I know there's a respect
Only.
thing about it, but I figured it was only in the courtroom.
Oh, I sucked up early. I called her your honor from 2015 on. So
Good. And I'm loving your shirt.
I just this whole thing. I just picked it out of the drawer today. Well, I stole like 30 of them. I only felt it was proper. I should wear one from time to time.
That's because you don't have to wash them,
right? I know.
But so there's two things. I saw Star Wars. He saw Baby Driver.
Or did I?
Well, you're playing the music. I was like,
I could have cheated. Yeah, no, I saw it. I watched it.
Okay.
I
he
bought
hated it though, but he's like, I'm gonna lie to her when she comes in here and to say how great it was.
Dude, inner
taste.
monologue.
I am
inner monologue. No, we can deconstruct this one because I thoroughly enjoyed it.
I didn't see it, so don't deconstruct.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna give you every spoiler in the book there is.
Spoiler alert. Friend.
Technically,
did you not know this was coming?
Let me guess, he's a baby.
He's a big old crybaby. No. It's his name.
I know.
See if we had tickets to give away. I do the trivia question. What's his real name?
I know.
Well, you've seen this movie 3,000 times.
I can't believe y'all support a movie with Kevin Spacey in it.
Okay, we're not supporting a movie with Kevin Spacey in it.
We were just pretending it was someone else. We were pretending
That's
we were pretending it was Samuel L. Jackson.
Listen, y'all have gotten all quiet. I'm the only one laughing.
Well, I ate tacos and my body's just not agreeing with them right now, so I'm trying to be as quiet as possible.
I got a couple of extra heroes. In case you wanted one of our tacos that we talk about.
Well, now after I just said, yeah.
Well, no, these are the bacon tacos. I've had mine, and they're sitting with me. Just Jake. Yeah. So anyhow, so you got 5 months to go until
5 months, 27 days.
3 hours, 16 minutes. But who's counting? If you think we don't Google ourselves every day, you're on drugs. So what are you doing to prepare for it?
I am doing so many things to prepare for it.
Okay.
So I've just been absolutely running around, running amok. It's been a lot of fun. So I'm putting together, I've met with some of the judges and we've talked about the things that would be very helpful for the court, ways for us to cooperate one with the other so that we can really keep things moving for the people of Montgomery County. And
is this like a transition team?
Yeah, it's not a transition team. These are the people that are already over there, and I'm going to come and be part of their team. And we're all just working together on how we're going to set up the scheduling for the 284th from here on out, and how that's going to play with some of the other courts so that we can be available for one another when that's needed. So we're doing a lot of that, doing a lot of things related to kind of configuring the court and, creating more space for attorneys. So if there's any attorneys listening out there, that well space is about to have bigger tables than those which seat two. If you're not a lawyer, you're thinking, okay, so that's like a really big deal. When you're trying a big case and you got tons of boxes and notebooks and file folders and all kinds of stuff, these little tables that are in there are very, very small. So we're going to kind of try to create some more space so that attorneys can spread out a little bit more and try their cases. There's also some things I've been doing with regard to what next year's budget's going to look like. We've got some surprises in store and it's all good, but it's been a constant project. I've been drafting up some standing orders and just kind of getting counts about what's going on in the court and making some plans about how to get things moving. Now, all of your listeners are probably right now writing in and saying, is she ever going to stop talking? So I'm done. That's all I'll tell you about the management of the court.
My suggestion to you to speed it up is don't use names, just use numbers.
Okay.
So like for everybody,
17.
like your bailiff person, he didn't have a name. He's like number 2.
No, it's got to have Rusty the bailiff.
Is it really Rusty?
No. People's Court, Rusty. He's been like the bailiff there for 86 years.
We'll just call him Rusty then.
Yeah,
that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Because he'll be like,
I was in a jury pool one time, I've done it one time, and it was recently, and it was for a custody case. And that could have gone a lot smoother. That could have gone a lot faster. I felt like it could.
Well, that's something that you can say.
So think about that. This was my idea about it. Well, this is my idea because this one was very specific with the questions they asked. You can tell both lawyers are trying to figure it out. Why couldn't they each have 10 questions and they put it on a piece of paper for everybody and you fill it out and make them simple answers, yes, no kind of thing. And then you just put the jury number on it and then you turn them in. Because there's at one point they were looking
at. You can't look them in the eye.
Well, I mean, like, because there's a lot of them, because like 2 of them focus on if you had kids or not. That was a big factor in like them choosing a jury. Well, I don't have kids,
Don't you?
We covered that. You want to
Are
send
you
your
sure?
child, your imaginary child, to Hogwarts. Just heard that. So,
Well, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I can play my mind, but I'm talking about them trying to find the right person to be on their jury panel. I felt like if they just asked us 20 questions, each of them get 10, they could have smoothed out half the list. Because we had women crying and dads crying in this like jury selection. I was like, man, this is a lot more important than I thought it was, because these people were crying about it.
okay.
I'm talking about the jury members, not the
Right?
I'm just going to tell you, you were so obsessed with your jury experience. We talked about this last week.
Yeah,
You must think about this a lot.
Well, I'm
So-
thinking about how to make it better,
Well,
because I
okay.
knew you were coming in.
Well,
All right. So let's talk.
here's the
about
thing.
that.
I got called into these auditions. I'm going to be playing the foreman, juror number 1 in an upcoming production of 12 Angry Men. So you should come up, be one of the jurors in this show.
Yeah.
But I mean, because I felt like I was useless during that whole thing.
Yeah, sure you were.
I didn't fit the mold what they were looking for at all. Like
I'm telling
zero.
you, my thing is I really want to be on a jury one day. I feel very strongly about it, but no one will have me.
Well, it's
you actually read the newspapers? Ooh,
Well,
sorry.
it's kind of I like I said, I only done it one time. After about 45 minutes of them asking certain questions, like I know what they're looking for. Kind of an idea. So you should get an idea after about an hour. Like, all right, let me just answer it so I know what they're looking for.
Did you? I thought you just turned off my mic. It's like, what did I do?
No, that's me.
Oh, you turned off your mic. Okay. So you had your one jury experience.
Yeah.
Have you ever been like in a lawsuit? Like, have you ever been deposed?
No.
Never.
Well, that's
Never.
good. That speaks well of you.
Yeah.
Well, no. Hold on now.
I don't associate myself with people. No,
Well, you kind of do, but anyway.
Yeah.
No, I was in 3 rounds of depositions in Los Angeles when I sued a major network and a major production company for stealing something that I wrote, and that was the most insane experience in my life. They shoved a camera in my face. It was total intimidation. So I'm kind of freaking out. So the first like 20 minutes, they're asking me questions, and I'm just answering like nobody's business. My attorney finally says, "Hey, let's take about a 5-minute break," and we take a break. He's like, "Dude, you were telling them everything they want to hear." And he did the old trick. "Do you know what time it is?" I said, "Yeah, it's 3:12. He's like, "That's not what I asked. I asked, do you know what time it is?" And so I actually got sick during this thing. They were so intense on me. Did not like those experiences at all. So yeah, pity me. But yeah, look up Thompson v. NBC et al. And you'll see my lawsuit.
Wait, what is it?
Well, you got to look on. Yeah, I'm sure it's public record. Thompson versus NBC, NBC Universal, and others.
Okay.
Yeah. No, that's where we had the I guess what is it, ex parte, when the lawyers ask to meet you in a parking lot away from everybody else?
Well, that's not ex parte, but that is a little unusual.
No, it was. That's when I had the NBC guys ask my lawyer to meet us outside, and they're like, "We didn't even know this guy." It was funny. I had my own little deep throat moment. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much anything that's happening out in a parking lot or a parking garage when you're in an adversarial context, you probably need to have Rusty the bailiff or at least a bodyguard present.
Well, I had my lawyer
Just
with
a
me.
thought.
I had my lawyer with me.
That'd be kind of funny though. It's like I don't talk in garages. Sorry. We can talk somewhere else.
No, this is cool. I'm telling you, I had my own little deep throat moment there. You know, I want to go out and buy sunglasses and a black trench coat just so I could, act the part.
Well, okay.
No, that was it for me. So that was my legal.
Yeah. Well, because one thing I will say about having so many people running for judge in the studio, that is a common deal where they're always trying to figure out how to streamline the process.
Mm-hmm.
Where it'd be like, oh, you don't have to transport them here. We can just do it via satellite, and for certain things, not like the whole case or whatever.
Right.
But that's what I was thinking as a juror. Is like, how do you make this go by smoother? Because that was an all day thing, and like from probably the first 30 minutes, I felt like I wasn't doing anything.
Well, okay, so it's funny because you mentioned that give them like 10 questions, have them fill them out. Now, the problem with just doing written responses to questions is you don't get the people who are crying. And you learn a lot about somebody who is moved to tears by something that has just been said. So there's still a value to having the interaction verbally.
I didn't mean that's how they choose. It's more of the first initial way.
Yeah,
it's like, please answer these questions. Because, for that specific case, it might be easy to ask questions because, like, do you have children?
Yeah.
Do you have custody of children that aren't yours? and things like that.
Right.
Because they kept asking questions like that, and I was like, no, raise your hand, no. Like the whole time, I was like, man, I'm useless here. But are you a child of a family that had a custody? That kind of stuff. And that's why I go. I feel like these could be asked at the beginning, and then it's like, all right, these jury people can leave because they clearly didn't answer any of the questions we both wanted.
Yeah. Well, and there's ways that you can kind of work around that. But let me tell you, what you suggested is actually something that Scott Brister, who ultimately made his way to the Texas Supreme Court, that's what he used to do when he was a trial court judge down in Houston, is he would have the attorneys. He wouldn't have the jurors answer the questions on paper, but he'd have the attorneys submit questions. He would give the attorneys like 15 minutes, I think, 15 minutes aside to ask questions of the jurors, but the questions had to be on that list. And so he really reined everybody in, and his voir dire process was like this 30-minute process. But, it worked really effectively. So kind of reining in the lawyers on here's what we're going to be talking about with these jurors, and here's what we're not going to be talking about, and here's how long you get to talk about it. So choose
and a judge
wisely.
has the ability to set those
Sure.
rules in his or her court.
Sure.
Are potential jurors under voir dire, are they under oath?
They are not, but they kind of are.
Okay.
They're basically just seated without being under oath. But the idea is that if anything untoward happens, you immediately bring them up, put them under oath, and untoward. I mean, I'm being a little dramatic there.
No, I like it. No one uses that word anymore.
Well, I just used it.
There you go.
Twice. But sometimes you'll have a juror who will say, well, I've kind of got this issue with thus and such. And what's going to happen procedurally, kind of the backstage thing, is all the other jurors are going to leave at the sort of the end of the voir dire. And then some of these jurors who gave questions that were untoward will be asked to come to the bench, and then they have to give more precise answers to more direct questioning. Because the idea is that if those jurors already have a bias and they just can't listen to the evidence and be fair about it, then they get excused for cause. That's the legal term, and the judge excuses them. So there's actually like this little subplot thing going on that you don't even see.
What if a potential juror like flat out lies during voir dire? Let's say, Dick says, "Oh yeah, I've got custody of kids.
I have kids, yeah, blah blah
and
blah blah."
Flat out lies, and then it gets on the jury, and then during the trial, it comes out in some way, shape, or form.
Okay, so that's kind of the plot of a John Cusack movie related to gun control. I'm just saying.
Is it really?
Out there. It really is. I can't remember what that movie is called, but John Cusack jury. He's a big gun control person, and he
not Runaway Jury, is it the Christian?
I don't know. Okay. I don't remember the name, but anyway, so that's actually the plot of a movie. There's that. But number one, it's really unlikely to come out. So there's that reality of the situation. But number two, if it does come out, that's a reason that the juror would be excused, perhaps in big trouble with the district attorney's office. There may be some problems there, which is why our jury boxes have seats for 13 people, but our juries are only 12, because sometimes things happen. I've never actually seen where some juror has lied like John Cusack and it comes out and it's suddenly this big hubbub. But what does happen is sometimes jurors get sick, or a family member becomes ill and they can no longer attend the trial or whatever. So you can excuse one of your jurors and you don't end up with a mistrial.
I'd hate to be the 13th juror, because I'd be the guy that spent like the last 6 weeks mentally playing Tetris in my head. And then I hear, juror 13, what?
Wait.
What do you think?
You're up.
Yeah. Kill him. Just come up with
that's jaywalking. Kill him. Take him out.
Just say that in voir dire. You will never be juror 13 or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, or 11, or 12.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
You'll be out.
I'm not saying me, but I can imagine an alternate reality where my evil twin would say something.
It is Runaway Jury, by the way.
Is it Runaway Jury?
Okay. Yeah, Brett just... I'm thinking Brett's right. That's what
if Brett puts it out there, Brett won't put anything to his name unless he's had it verified.
By who, though? Who's Brett's verification?
Funkin' Wagnalls.
Okay. I don't know who that is.
I know. Put that in your
Wait, are you talking about the weather?
Nope.
There's a storm coming?
I know.
Okay.
See, that's how you respond to it.
Just making sure.
Yeah, no, Funkin' Wagnalls is an encyclopedia.
Are you allowed to curse on the air?
Funk with an N.
All right.
And laughing, Ronan Martin's laughing, they would always say, put that in your Funkin' Wagnalls.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Okay, we talked legal stuff. Have we gone through all the legal? Oh, let's talk about SCOTUS.
Why? Let's talk about Baby Driver. But okay, all right.
We'll come
SCOTUS.
back for Baby Driver.
Why do we still have that?
Why do we still have a Supreme Court?
Yeah, I feel like it's kind of outdated.
There's just a lot to unpack there, Dick. Where should we begin?
Well, I mean,
you feel Chuck Myers rolling in his grave right now, and he's not even dead.
No,
yet.
in reality, the only thing I get confused is every time this situation ever comes up, because it rarely happens, and it's not like every day we replace a Supreme Court judge, but it's like the world or the United States is just like, oh, we're unhinged now. We don't know what's going to happen.
This is going to shape us for the next 3,000 years.
Yes, and
okay, so Brett, you're going to have to help out with Funk and Wagnalls and tell us which president, because I don't remember, but I think maybe Herbert Hoover. I'm going to just stick my neck out and say I think that's who it was, but it may have been earlier than that. Brett will know. He will let us know. There is a process called court packing that there was a president who created, and the whole idea was I'm going to install my peeps onto the Supreme Court. There they will sit with their lifetime appointments and no reductions in salary, basically until they die at the bench. And so we'll just get some young folks who are totally on my team, totally on my side, totally support my policies. And
FDR,
we'll put them
that's
up.
what Brett said.
Thank you, Brett. Thank you. Good thing you're here, man.
You're right.
But that's where this whole concept came from. Well, it has lingered. So we still have this idea of we have the conservative justices, we have the liberal justices. And wait a minute, some of the guys that were supposed to be conservative are now leaning more liberal. I mean, but it's all stems
because
back
the
to this
mandate,
court
the
pack.
Obamacare mandate, that surprised a lot of people when
Roberts,
who is conservative, voted on the side that's saying, yeah, it's not a tax, and allowed Obamacare, the ACA, to go through. Well, yeah, it was. I say that with all my jurisprudence degrees on the wall behind me, but that shocked some people. And Kennedy was frequently a swing vote, and
he sure was.
Which is funny because of the three. Yesterday we're talking was 6, and I just got it down to 3. 2 of them actually clerked for Kennedy. So how important is that in kind of the selection process?
Whether they clerked for Kennedy,
when clerking for the judge that you may one day replace.
Well, people who have clerked for Supreme Court justices are basically a cut above the rest of us. By the way, Supreme Court justices have a tendency to have attended Harvard or Yale. And maybe it's time for us to, aim for people that are more of the people who are really brilliant legal minds. I'm just going to throw out,
Aggies?
I can throw out a name, but Nathan had gotten a lot of trouble when he did that with a friend of his. But there is a justice in Texas who has moved into the federal courts, who I'm just thinking maybe if Donald Trump is listening today, just a thought. But
stranger things have happened.
I know, but see, now I've got all these rules about how I can't endorse, so I can't say his name. But anyway,
it's a him. We're getting close.
Okay, we're knocked in.
But anyway, with that,
what does it rhyme with?
Kill it. Clerking for a Supreme Court justice is. The people who get to do that are few and far between. They tend to be a real cut above the rest of us peons. And so as a result, they're going to be on a track that's pretty much going to take them either back to the Supreme Court.
I think it should be
if
random.
Die.
Just absolute random.
Well, yesterday you're thinking it should be like the Pope with white and black smoke.
Yeah.
You want to...
I just see what happens.
The selection process.
Just see what happens.
Okay. Well, let's go back to the previous topic. If I'm on trial and I need a jury, I want them to be asked 3,000 questions each to make sure they're on my side. I don't want a little 10 question.
Not you, Dick. You're all, hey, let's just pull a name out of a hat. And
I wouldn't let them have lifetime.
It's not like they're selecting a a actor to play the doctor.
You have to amend the Constitution if you don't want them to have lifetime appointments.
Well, we've done it before.
Well, this is true.
So that means nothing to me. if it's happened before, it's not hard to do again.
Let's start a movement. We're going to amend the Constitution to say the Supreme Court ceases to exist, or in the alternative, we will randomly select people to.
Well, it has changed over the years. It hasn't always been 9 people. It's been like 13 and 5, and I mean, it's been all over.
Let me ask you, as a person who's in that world, when have you seen the Supreme Court, or has it ever happened where it was so wrong, or it was clearly influenced, or anything like that?
So there are examples that will lead us into the world of politics, and
okay. So do you think politics does have a hand in Supreme Court decisions?
I think that it does, but I don't think it's politics. And this is my opinion. And there are plenty of folks who disagree with me. They're wrong, but they do disagree with me. But I don't think it's politics the way we think of politics, like conservative liberal. I think it's more about how do we take care of the people of this country with a decision that's going to last for decades, if not forever. How do we sort of manage the expectations of people now against the framework of the legal system so that we can come up with a ruling that withstands the test of time and doesn't cause riots? So I think that their politics is really less about candidates and legislation and more about how do we take care of the people when we're long gone and dead? What will our opinions do?
Well, what do you think is going to come in the next, say, 15, 20 years with the Supreme Court? What kind of scenario are they going to face that does have that kind of impact?
Well, anything that's a hot button issue is going to have that kind of impact.
What's a hot button issue today? We got bathrooms. That's always coming around.
I say, and again, don't snicker too hard at my pretending to be knowing anything about the law, but the supremacy clause versus the 11th Amendment.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's got to hit the Supreme Court soon.
I think you're right.
The supremacy clause states that if there's a state law and a federal law that are loggerheads with each other, federal law always wins. But the 11th Amendment states only if the federal law is based on the original framers' view of what the federal government could make laws on. And so the whole immigration thing or sanctuary city, states fight, or marijuana, states fighting federal law. If it's determined, supremacy. Am I right on this?
Oh, I think you're absolutely right on this. I mean, I think that all of the states, Oklahoma being one of them, a very conservative state that have legalized marijuana, we have federal laws that say marijuana is not legal. It is a crime to possess, to sell, to whatever. And we've got states where they have said, no, we disagree. We think this is all right, and we're going to make it legal, and it's allowed. And so these things are happening. So at some point in time, some poor somebody is going to be the test case on whose law controls. Is that a states' right issue? Is that a federal issue? And what it'll come down to is it's going to come down to the decision of 9 people for the entire country. And that decision is going to tell us whose law wins. And think about the lasting implications that's going to have.
What's even stranger about that, I would say, most of the time when they come down to a ruling, I don't understand it. Like when you try to read their papers, I was like, see, this isn't meant for me. Like, this is meant for Kristen. Like, not for me. I don't understand this. Because I kind of understood the cake thing. Kind of, because they weren't ruling on the cake. They were ruling on the intent of the artist. Like, you can't force an artist to do something.
I thought the ruling was more on how the business was treated.
See, and let me tell you, what y'all are demonstrating
is exactly why I'm not.
No.
Total lack of understanding.
It's exactly why cases continue along the same lines as something the Supreme Court has decided, because there's disagreements about what the real key import of that case is.
Because I get there's a legal angle to things. Like, I went about accusing this person wrong in the wrong way. Like, there's a right way to do it and a wrong way to do it in certain type of cases. But like, to me, that's not answering the moral question. It's more of, you brought the wrong piece of paper on this date wrong, so sorry, we can't do this anymore.
Yeah, there's a whole lot of that happens at the courthouse.
Well, I know.
That's not very riveting.
I really, that's why you pay more money for a better lawyer, because they don't make that kind of mistake, hopefully. Right? Is that why you pay more money?
Yeah. Yes, I did. So final legal question from me. The 25 years baby gets at the end of the movie. Is that realistic?
No. And it's 5. He gets 5.
Well, hey, come on.
No,
we're going to do a break. We'll talk about this off. I don't want other people to know about this.
Okay. It's 2 years old. We can talk about it now.
All right. That's true.
We're out of the spoiler zone.
All right. You're listening to Mornings Lone Star. We got to take a quick break. Quick break.
Okay.
We'll be right back.
Conroe Coffee is a local coffee shop located in the heart of downtown Conroe at 206 North Main Street, Conroe, Texas. Conroe Coffee serves breakfast, lunch, and dinner, along with other treats and coffee. For more information regarding store hours and delivery in downtown Conroe, Conroe Coffee is on Facebook or by telephone at 936-266 7632.
We would like to thank Conroe Coffee for being a supporter of Lone Star Community Radio and our morning sponsor with Mornings with Lone Star.
We have the safest food supply in the world. Strict laws and regulations restrict the usage of hormones, antibiotics, and pesticides within our food supply. Production agriculture practices and technologies such as the use of GMOs, which is not any more or less risky than conventional crop production, has allowed American farmers to produce more food on less acres in environmentally sound ways. Find out more online at pathtotheplate.tamu.edu. We are Texas A&M AgriLife Extension, helping Texans make lives better.
Business office cleaning is available in the Montgomery County area from Clean Sweep Office Cleaning, with scheduled cleaning services such as floor care, window care, trash collection, restroom disinfection, and stair and elevator cleaning. Clean Sweep can service a business one time or on a regular schedule with daily, weekly, and monthly options. Clean Sweep Office Cleaning can be found online at cleansweepofficecleaning.com or by calling 832-689-7996. Clean Sweep Office Cleaning. Take back your time and let us make your office shine. Mornings with Lone Star is sponsored by Clean Sweep Office Cleaning.
All right, welcome back. We only got a couple more minutes with Kristen Bays. You're listening to Mornings with Lone Star, irlonestar.com, and Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1. All right. So any more questions for Kristen over here?
Well, she was starting to tell me, it's the end of Baby Driver. And he's like, he gets caught up in all these bank heists, although he is a willing participant. And at the end, he faces the music. And
how does he get caught?
Well, he and his girlfriend are kind of driving. They come out against a roadblock, and he decides to,
not run.
Yeah.
Well, but before that, it's like a 35-minute sequence. So it's involved.
It's involved, but people die, including law enforcement officers. And so he's at the end because everyone starts testifying on his behalf, saying what a sweet guy he is. Like, he stole my car, but he gave me my purse first, and he apologized. In reality, he's like, SOB stole my car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's an SOB? No,
standard operating business.
Nice.
Thank you.
Save.
Thank you. You like that? He's sentenced to 25 years with parole and fine.
Yes. And he gets it.
Or does he? Very dreamlike at the end.
Yes.
So 25 years for all that? Because, cops got killed.
Yes. And so did lots of people that we would care less about in the court system, in the sense that they were his co-conspirators.
Mm-hmm.
They were perpetrators themselves, and they had killed people and done bad things. So the police officers and remember, this whole thing, it was a robbery at the end. We did banks,
mm-hmm.
but it was a robbery at the end of the post office,
mm-hmm.
which was a very clever twist. But anyway, so we're talking about federal institutions, and even if we banish the Supreme Court of the United States, there will still be a federal agency that will look harshly.
You just got to look at it like Kylo Ren. Just burn it. Just forget it.
Burn it all.
We're going all Kylo Ren and the
that's how we need it.
Driver.
That's how we need to handle it.
Let's get Indiana Jones. He can just shoot the people who are trying to be all clever with their swords.
Oh, speaking of Indiana Jones, you came up with that headline today that they got a new wasp or something in South America.
They found a new wasp.
A giant wasp.
Amazon, and it has the largest stinger, new species. There's reasons to be afraid to leave the house.
Look, nature is just God's way of saying, hey, I want to kill you.
There you go. See, more time for Baby Driver. Did you like it? Did you love it?
Oh, I did. Technically, I want to watch it again. I bought it off Amazon Prime, so it's
okay.
Because no one had the DVD. I was really upset about that.
I don't think they make DVDs anymore, man.
They're just as obsolete as the Supreme Court of the United States.
We know.
According to Dick.
Oh, I was
Chuck Meyer's going to walk in here and yell at you, man.
Well, I think it's fun. I think it's fun what they do, but that's for legal people. I mean, like I said, half the time I hear, I was like, I don't really get it, but sure.
You're breaking my heart, man. It's not for legal people. It's for all of us as citizens. But that's okay. That's all right. We'll just amend the Constitution, abolish them completely, or just pick randomly.
I mean, Donald Trump is president, so anything can happen.
Anything can happen.
But and honestly, I know we're running out of time. I wonder how often the Supreme Court has reversed it, because every time there's a vacancy, like Roe v. Wade is the big one. Oh my God, is this everything's going to fall? But how often has this? Obviously, Dred Scott.
Yeah.
and
Brown versus Board.
Huh?
Brown versus Board.
And because there's a constitutional amendment for prohibition, and then they had to do another constitutional amendment to undo the constitutional amendment on prohibition. Beyond that, or have there been any flat out reversals?
Well, no, not really. I mean, here's the thing, is what the Supreme Court tends to take. They don't have to take your appeal except in certain cases. And what I'm thinking here is Bush v. Gore. They had to take that. But these cases make their way up through the system. The Supreme Court can decide whether it's an issue of sufficient importance that they need to weigh in, if it's an issue that has become very controversial and they need to straighten things out. But the point is, by the time they get it and they take it, they're probably going to give us some new rendition of law, and that may involve reversing prior cases. They tend to give lip service, and this is the lawyer stuff, Dick, but they tend to pay lip service to, now we're not overruling Smith v. Jones. We're just disapproving of its application in this case. They say lofty things like that, which is really them saying, we're not going to be doing that anymore. Let's start doing it this way. So there's some coded stuff in there.
I mean, it's okay to be wrong.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
Once I thought I was wrong, but I wasn't.
But
well, cool.
Thank you very much. I'll be playing all week. It is 10:56 on the Dot Morning's Lone Star.
We gotta go. Chris, it's good to see you.
Come back. We can spend the whole time talking about Star Wars.
Okay.
No, let's talk more about Baby Driver. Not.
What?
No, dude, you got to watch it.
Go watch it. Go watch it.
Okay, I'll watch it.
All right.
You're listening to Mornings Lone Star, irlonestar.com. It is Friday. We're going to be heading out. Check out the website, irlonestar.com/show calendar for full lineup today. And we will be back on Monday.
This weekend, catch Willy Wonka at the Owen or 1940s, musical comedy murder 1940s over at the Crichton. Sorry, I got that backwards.
Oh, my gosh.
Willy Wonka at Crichton, murder mystery, Owen. Know that. Watch I-45 at 1315. They're going to be shifting lanes.
And on Monday, just to let you guys know, we're going to have some folks in talk about Founders Day celebration at Isaac Conroe's homestead. And there's our contest for an Isaac Conroe lookalike. So I don't know really what he looked like, but they're going to talk about it on Monday. So stick around. More Mornings Lone Star coming away on Monday at 9 a.m. We'll see you guys later.